The lady spoke. I will take good care of your son. You can leave, Iris thought. Why? Does she have to take my son from me? I am his mother. The lady continued, I will be better than you. You can go without worries. Or perhaps you want your son to be attached to you since you don't have much time left. Iris woke up and thought, don't have much time left. What does that mean? The next scene was an accident. My mother and father were researchers. They studied different cultures and scoured the world for artifacts. There were many things in our house that I was not allowed to touch, one of which was a mirror necklace. A mirror through which you can see the future. This is something we only find in fairy tales. After a while, my parents died in an accident. The necklace was the only thing my mother left me, and I never opened the mirror again. 15 years later, at the annual Academy Festival, I remember thinking, I wonder if something special will happen in the future. After I graduate, I am supposed to marry my fiancé, Theo Murphy. Theo's grandfather is a duke, and I am to give Theo a child to help him with the family business and the future. This is where my freedom ends. My future is known. There is no need to predict it. With the Duke's help, I gained entry to the academy. There was someone behind him supporting me. He believed that by treating me well and supporting me in Theo's family name, I would swiftly bear the family a child. Why does the mirror necklace bother me so much? I don't know what to do when I really see the future, but my life is already predetermined. But yes, I prefer to have a known future rather than stay waiting in uncertainty as a woman, but it has shown that I will die in the future, and Theo will leave me and marry another woman. After that, Iris thought, I smell the scent of disinfectant. It seems that I have a dark future. I hate this smell. It reminds me of the day my parents died. Theo spoke. It's better to lie down. Iris replied, I am sorry, I must have troubled you. Theo stated, you did not cause me any trouble. Iris thought, Theo is a member of the student council. This is because the Duke insisted he join. This is why I know that as a student council member, he is a very busy person. Theo spoke, I don't have the energy for this, and I did not expect my fiancé to leave me like that. The doctor said you have anemia. When we return, you must visit the family doctor. Iris thought, they are very sensitive when it comes to my health, because they specifically chose me to bear the family a healthy child. I had to undergo medical checkups every year. I also had to maintain a healthy body weight, so I had to follow a strict diet. Yet despite all this, I will die in the future. How did no one notice despite all those medical tests? If he knew about that, he would not have chosen me as Theo's fiancé. Iris said, then I will leave first. Theo replied, I must leave as well. Iris asked, can you not stay a little longer, or at least until the festival is over? Then she thought, could it be he is worried about me and wants to come with me? Theo replied, my clothes are dirty, so I will have to change and come back later. Iris thought, Theo does prefer to stay clean. He is nice, but also cold and indifferent. Having expectations of him will only put me in a tough spot. This is the nature of our relationship. After some time in the carriage, Iris thought, that woman was very beautiful. She is Mia Carvin. She is one of Theo's distant relatives. I don't remember much except that she visited the castle quite often when we were young. She must have had a strong desire to marry him, but she could never express her desires because of her fear of the Duke. Did Theo always have feelings for Mia in his heart? Then she asked, are you in love with someone? Are you sure you want to marry me? Theo replied, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do either of us have any other choice but this marriage? Iris thought, if Theo loves another woman, he can back out. When I realized that this would not be a happy marriage, I started having a lot of doubts. Theo asked, now you want to pretend that my grandfather's offer is no longer valid? Iris replied, no, I owe a lot to the Duke for supporting me. I will always be grateful to him. Then she thought, I am indeed grateful to the Duke for raising me, because I was just a noblewoman from a fallen family. I was not a princess that everyone envied. However, I know that it will end sadly for me, so I have to find a way to avoid all this. Iris spoke. I think that if this is the case, you should do something, Theo replied. Does this mean you want me to break the promise I made to my grandfather? Are you trying to make me take the blame? Iris said, it's not like that. I apologize if I made it seem that way, Theo asked. I don't know what the hell you are thinking. So, you don't want to marry me? If there is another man, he must hastily run away. My grandfather won't overlook you causing a scandal. Iris replied, No, it's not like that. It's just that my heart feels uneasy about the idea of graduating. What I said doesn't make sense. Forget about it. Then she thought, Theo was always very cold, even when he was little. Then came the day in the midst of a cold winter that froze my fingers. Of noble blood, intelligent and tactful. These were the Duke's expectations of his daughter-in-law. The Duke's son fell in love with a commoner, and the tale of their romance became so widespread that even children knew about it. Soon after, he fell sick, and before he died, he entrusted his wife and their son to his father. After losing his only son, the Duke secluded his grandson and cut off all external relations. He decided he would personally choose his daughter-in-law, and I was chosen for the rigorous education. I lost my parents. My father had helped many countries, so his death was big news in all the newspapers in different countries. That was enough to get the Duke's attention. The snow is so thick, it's hard to walk. It's also very cold, like I'm in a dream. When I wake up, my parents are smiling and hugging me. However, I have to accept the truth, and now, as soon as this door opens, I will get warmth. The Duke came out. Is this a test? I did not like this man. I feared he might leave me in this snowstorm. The hot chocolate I longed for, I might not get it here. Iris introduced herself. After that, according to what I saw, I passed the test, and this was just the beginning. It's been a few days since I arrived at the castle. They take care of me. But I feel like I am being watched, as if they are reporting my movements to the Duke. It's cold. I have adjusted to the atmosphere here in the castle, but I could not adjust to this cold weather. However, there is one warm place in the castle, the greenhouse for growing plants. Because it is the most comfortable place for me, I go there often, but when I was there today, I wondered if I should make a bouquet of flowers. Recently, the people who are watching me no longer care about me as much as they did at first, but this is not enough. They just look at me, but they don't talk to me. I think this is because they did not receive orders to do so. At first, I thought I had to build a strong relationship with the Duke, but the Duke does not come to the greenhouse. I will pick some flowers and decorate them. There is someone here. No one has come here before, Iris asked. Excuse me, who are you? Wow, she is so beautiful. The lady asked, why are you here? Are you lost? Iris thought, a pure smile, a gentle and friendly voice. This is the first time I have been treated this way by a member of the Murphy family. Everyone in this family treats me like an adult. Iris replied, I am here to pick flowers, the lady told her, but the flowers have thorns. You will hurt your hand if you don't use gloves. I think those flowers are beautiful. I will pick them for you. Here you go. Iris asked, are you okay? The thorns. The lady replied, my hands are tough. The thorns won't hurt me. You are such a kind girl, so I will pick some more flowers for you. Don't worry, I will help you. Iris thought, she is barefoot. The lady asked, did you find out my secret? I was feeling down and came here like this because shoes don't make me feel comfortable. Keep this secret between us. Iris thought, that's right, shoes are uncomfortable, especially in cold places. They hurt the tips of my toes. I don't have any leather shoes either, for some reason. I feel like the Duke would not be happy if he found out. The lady asked, by the way, are you the eldest daughter of Lady Colin? Iris replied truthfully, no, my parents died. They were killed suddenly. Everyone said it was an honorable death. Then she thought, I should not cry in front of adults. I know it's hard for someone like me to do that. The lady asked, how can you say that? Of course, it's an honorable death, but you are still young. Iris thought, I need to hold it in and not cry. It's been a long time since someone said such warm words to me, so I could not help but cry. The lady spoke. You are very brave to endure that, Iris replied. Thank you. The lady asked, why are you thanking me? If you ever need to cry again, come to me. I live in that building. Iris thought, I could tell she was a good person just from our brief conversation, and said, "Please keep my crying a secret," the lady stated. "So we are friends now because we share secrets." Iris thought, she was so good and kind, she was like a mother. Suddenly, Theo came and said, "Mother, you should leave now." The lady told her, "Don't worry, my son is better at keeping secrets than I am. Your secret is safe with us. See you next time, sweetie." In the next scene, Iris went to the Duke's office. The Duke asked, "What is this?" Iris replied, "I picked these flowers from the nursery. If you don't like them, I can take them back." The Duke asked, "But why did you bring flowers to me?" Iris replied, "I was hoping to make the Duke happy." The Duke asked, "Why are you trying to make me happy when you don't know me very well? Do you want to look good in front of me? If so, then this would be a bribe." Iris thought, "What is he trying to say? I have never met someone so complicated before. I also know that bribery is wrong. Should I just nod my head? It's true that I brought them because I want to please him." The Duke stated, "It's not bad at all. The fact that you want to look good in front of me also means that you acknowledge my authority, but I hate flowers. They disgust me so much that I want to cut them after seeing them." "It's okay since you gave them to me. You will give birth to a child with our family bloodline. I am sure they will also love flowers." Iris thought, "What are you talking about?" The Duke stated, "Please introduce Iris to Theo. This is Prince Theo Murphy. He is the future Duke who will be responsible for the duchy." Iris thought, "I saw him in the nursery that day. He has a face similar to the Duke's, with black hair and blue eyes. He is such a beautiful but scary boy." Iris introduced herself, thinking, "I will pretend I don't know him. Will he notice?" Theo walked away. The butler spoke. "He is usually a quiet and reserved person, so don't worry about it." Iris thought, "But I just greeted him, and then he went that way. Shouldn't he at least say goodbye?" The butler continued, "Since you have become the Duke's fiancé, you need to make more effort. Even if you become his wife, you won't be able to do it this way." Iris asked, "Fiancé?" The butler told her, "Yes, His Grace the Duke brought you to the castle. To make you the wife of his only grandson, you can begin your lessons tomorrow. If you can't keep up with the lessons, it won't end there. The lady has yet to officially become the Duke's fiancé." Iris thought, "This means that he can get rid of me at any time." The butler spoke, "You are the only one whom His Grace has allowed to reach this point. From my point of view, I hope you don't fail and continue your lessons well." Iris thought, "So there were actually more girls brought here for this purpose, and I barely passed the test, aside from me. The girl who could potentially be a candidate as Theo's wife. I met her a few days later." Mia asked, "Who are you? Who is she? I have never seen that girl before." Iris thought, "Who is me? I am here to be his fiancé, so how should I introduce myself here?" The butler came and said, "The teacher has arrived." Mia shouted, "Wait! I asked you, who are you, little girl?" Iris thought, "I don't know what to say. If I put up with it any longer, I am sure it will weary me." The butler spoke, "Well done, Your Grace, that was amazing. It's better not to answer her because the more you talk, the worse it gets." Iris asked, "Can she really come and go from the castle?" It seemed that there wasn't much chance that she would be the next duchess. The butler replied, "Of course not. It is something beyond the Duke's eyes, so it is a possibility, but not logical. Do you think he is the kind of person who would bring someone to the castle without seeing them first? We won't leave you alone until we can use you moderately. If you see her in the future, avoid her like today." Iris replied, "Yes," and thought, "Because it is not logical for me to express my opinion, I can only nod my head." The next day, Iris thought, "It's Mia again. She came to visit today. She comes to play often. I don't think I'm the type to listen to things like that. She is beautiful. Her skin is as clear as snow, and her hair is light gold. She is the ideal beauty of the empire. She is like a princess." Theo looked at her. Iris said, "What was that?" The next moment, Theo was reading a book. Iris thought, "Am I imagining things?" As time passed, spring came to the duchy, and the snowfall stopped. I studied hard. I did not have any friends here or any games, but thanks to serious studying, my hard work was recognized. 5 years later, I graduated from the Academy's Political Science Department with honors. That same year, I officially became Theo's fiancée. The Duke stated, "Political science, although it's useless when raising a child at home, might be of use later on in social activities. The smarter the mother, the smarter the child." Iris replied, "All thanks to the Duke, that's how the old Duke wanted me to be. Calm, wise, able to scold harshly, she was a strong woman who could do anything, and she quietly responded to the old Duke's request." Following the engagement, Theo was officially acknowledged as the heir to the ducal family, since there was opposition to his mother being the Duchess of the castle because of her commoner background. She was not acknowledged. Iris thought, "Many nobles were angry about the engagement, but when they heard that we live in the same house, they got even angrier." The number of people vying for Theo to marry their daughters has been increasing over the years. Dealing with them has been suffocating, especially not being able to say a word to the old Duke or Theo. After some time, Iris thought, "If I stay longer, I will end up breaking down. I never thought the dress could be so hot. It's hot outside too. I thought it wouldn't hurt. But is it because my heels are higher than usual, but I can't show anyone that I took off my shoes?" Suddenly, Theo came and said, "You smile a lot. Even when people laugh at you, you smile easily." Iris thought, "It's weird that Theo says something like this. It's not like he's particularly worried about me. Is he upset because they ignore me?" Iris thought, "They probably don't make fun of me with their comments. I think it just seems that way because I can't do anything." Asked, "Why do you have to act like a fool when they laugh at you? Why did you go out? You are the main character of the night." Theo replied, "I came out saying I was taking care of my fiancé, and it doesn't matter. My grandpa already has a lot of things to worry about." Iris thought, "Well, he looked pretty drunk. He must be in a very good mood today. While I have been watching the Duke for many years, I felt better today seeing him." Theo looked at her. Iris thought once again, he has an expression of wanting to say something, but he doesn't say anything. Is something bothering him? Maybe he's still uncomfortable about what happened yesterday. Iris asked, "Are you okay? I saw you yesterday when you told His Highness that you wouldn't commit to me." Iris thought, "I was really surprised by that because Theo was always a quiet and obedient grandson like me. If Theo won't listen to the Duke will make me do it, because he will end up threatening his mother. Lady Lana never shows it, but the Duke's harassment was persistent and severe." Theo, who loved Lady Lana very much, stopped resisting. "My heart doesn't hurt as much as I thought, not because Theo doesn't like me, but because his life was always decided by His Highness." Theo asked, "How much did you hear?" Iris replied, "Not much. I just turned around after hearing the noise. I don't think it's polite to listen to other people's conversations." Then she thought, "I think he's embarrassed because I caught him arguing yesterday." Iris continued, "The Duke is old. In time, you will be able to do whatever you want. Until then, be patient." Theo asked, "To whom are you saying this? It's not that easy. You should say that to yourself instead of telling me." Iris asked, "What are you talking about? What can I do if there's something you don't want to do?" Theo shouted, "I don't want you to say that." Then he said, "Go back to your room. I don't want to talk to you. Go to your room. I will take care of my grandpa and the guests." Iris replied, "As you wish." After some time, Iris thought, "I have made him angry again. It's always been like this. I want to agree with Theo, but I always make him angry. But what a relief. Thanks to him, I can rest in my room. I would have collapsed if I kept wearing that tight dress. Thank you, Theo." Mia came and asked, "Can you get out of here? Stop attracting attention and get out of my way." Iris thought, Mia always thinks the Duke will soon realize everything, and will expel me from this place. She believes he will soon understand that only a handsome man should marry a beautiful woman like her. That's what she thinks. Earlier, the Duke said, "I hate people who don't know their place. Don't act rashly and show more confidence in yourself because you are committed to Theo." When I heard that, I had no choice but to nod my head, because I don't have my parents to protect me. When I decide to act the way I want, I am jealous. Mia asked, Why do you dress like that? Can't you see who the star is for people today? You should act stronger if you want to be prominent. Iris replied, you look so beautiful. Mia said, of course, I deliberately dressed well so no one will pay attention to you. Iris thought, the Duke said it was okay for me to ignore Mia's words and not overdo it, so it would be better to shut up now. Mia stated, I knew you would stay calm again. You are an insufferable girl. Well, I am not happy with any compliment I get. Compliments from people are normal. But they don't make me happy. Theo, you are there, aren't you? Iris thought, it seems the only person who satisfies her is Theo. I think that's what she's trying to say. It would be better for me to go, however. Mia asked, so you were here. Is it because of that clumsy girl? Don't I look beautiful today? I bought a new dress and jewelry just for Theo to see. Mia looked back. Then suddenly she said, I could tell my family to pick a fiancé for me. If I go through the huge amount of marriage proposal letters, maybe I will find a better man. Then she thought, but you are the only man that I want. Theo Murphy, the man who will be the next duke, the next ruler of the North, and my husband. She then asked, don't you think it's crazy that the next hostess of the duchy is someone? When you don't even know where she comes from, she is too quiet. When you become a married couple, the duchy will be as silent as a tomb. Iris thought, I have nothing to say. When we meet, I usually don't speak properly. I do not stand out in any way. There is nothing charming about me at all. All my accessories are simple and nothing fancy. My voice must not be very loud. And when I walk, I should not even make noise. But each of those characteristics was chosen by the Duke. Mia asked, you are not really marrying Iris, are you? You are just pretending because you can't tell the Duke otherwise. Iris thought, there is no answer. I did not say anything. Why? Is Theo really engaged to me for the reasons Mia says? Is that why he was so upset that he could not commit to me? Theo stated, she did not fit me, as you say. Then he opened the door. The next moment, Theo was shocked. Iris said, I forgot something. That's why I came back. I guess it was a bad idea. I will go to my room. Yes, this marriage is simply about obeying the old Duke out of fear. It's just a commitment anyway. He will end up being another woman's man, or maybe he has feelings for another woman. Time is not on the old Duke's side. I don't like Theo much anyway. I thought it was too much for the Duchess. Well, the best thing for Theo is to marry the person he loves. He is cold, but he is not a bad person, so he won't kick me out of his own hands. Even if he kicks me out, my hands won't be empty. I am not the same helpless girl I was when I first met him, because now I have strong legs that can take me anywhere. Then it is better if I get that freedom. What happens if I get freedom? After that, what should I do? I really don't know. Next scene. Maybe because the tension was eased. After that the fever went up and did not go down. Theo came to visit me. I had such a fever that I could barely recognize his face, and the second time he came, it was already very late at night. Iris asked, are you going to abandon me? Theo replied, isn't that what you would do either? Iris asked, why would I abandon Theo? Theo said, you just hope to be free. Let's say that for now. Iris thought that as if I was going to leave Theo's side first. He was the one who had that conversation with Mia. Then she said, don't cast me out. Don't throw me away miserably, promise. Theo replied, I won't do that. I promise. You are saying things you don't mean because your body hurts. Let's sleep quickly. When you are healthy, I will listen to everything you say. Iris thought, can I tell you everything I want to tell? There is no way I could do that in my right mind. Still, I am glad you promised me. A week after the engagement ceremony, my fever magically went down. Theo and I went together to Morfino's house in the capital. Even though we are engaged, Theo was still distant and cold to me. Our relationship was still like that. After some time, Iris woke up and thought, I have fallen asleep. Theo sat in front of me in the carriage on the way home. I think I remembered the last while looking at his face, so I dreamed of the past. But where has Theo gone? He might have gone down first. Wait a minute. What happened? Could it be that Theo came over to my side because I was falling asleep? Theo spoke. I was just about to wake you up, we will be arriving soon. Iris replied. Yes, that's right. Then she thought, is he really angry? He said he wanted to change his outfit, but maybe he had no choice but to stay like this because of me. Next scene. A person asked, today's the day after the festival. Why are you leaving so early? Iris thought, how should I respond? I can't say that I witnessed my own death reflected in a mirror from the future. Then she spoke, I will go rest now. Iris thought he might think there is a conflict between us. According to the original schedule, we were supposed to share one last dance at the Academy Festival and then head back. They looked more like they were battling each other than dancing together. That is the worst thing. Our daily lives are closely monitored by the butler. Since everything is reported back to the old Duke, it would be very disadvantageous if this misunderstanding continues, but I am too tired to explain these misunderstandings. Is what I saw really from the future, or is it all just an illusion created by my subconscious imagination reflecting fears about marriage? If it's really just an imagined illusion, when could I ever hug my son like this? It's my son and Theo, something I have never dared to think about. Theo has no feelings for me. I even hold the baby in my arms. The old Duke lives longer than I thought, but I am seriously ill. When I die in the future and leave this baby behind, should I give up my position for Mia so the child does not suffer the pain of losing a mother early? After that, the doctor came for a checkup. Iris thought Theo showed concern, which she couldn't believe. Then she asked, can a normal person suddenly get seriously ill? The doctor replied, if one undergoes routine health checkups, the risk of contracting a serious illness like this is very low. Iris thought, as predicted, the illusion was created by the faulty mirror. After that, she thought the premise suggested that the illusion is accurate. In the future, I will be hit with a sudden illness. What is the cause? Could it be because of pregnancy? Actions that cause stress on a woman's body, pregnancy, and childbirth. That's right, it could be that. I am not sure anymore. I have to look up information in the library. Next scene. Theo asked, you've been wearing that necklace all the time. Iris replied, this is my parents' memento. Theo asked, so you won't take it off, even if it brings you pain? Iris replied, that's right. Then she thought, I told him when we were kids. I didn't expect he still remembered. Then she said, this is a relic discovered in Marbach. Inside, there is a small mirror, but it's old, so the latch might be broken. Don't open it. Then she thought, the lock doesn't have any issues, but if Theo can also activate the magic. Theo asked, it's like a talisman. There are letters written on this surface. Iris replied, it says, the footsteps of time. The future hesitates to approach. The present flies by like an arrow. The past is forever closed. Iris thought, this is a fitting saying for a mirror that shows the future exactly 3 times. Theo asked, is it true that after graduation, you will focus on bride classes? Iris thought, we were talking about the necklace. Why did he suddenly mention bride classes? She replied, I have decided to do that. Then she thought, it was decided beforehand that I would graduate from the academy and focus on bride classes. Because I was good at studying, I was allowed to attend the academy. If it weren't for that, the Duke would have thought I was just someone transitioning from a tutor to gaining the necessary knowledge to be a duchess. Theo asked, you have worked so hard, don't you feel any pride in your time studying? Iris replied, you told me to do well, so I just worked really hard. Theo asked, Iris Roca, I thought you truly wanted to study. Iris thought, this is something I really wanted to do. That's right. I really wanted to go to the academy. I like the quiet and peaceful atmosphere of the academy. I read the books I wanted in the library. The truth is, I don't want to give up, but my fate is to be stuck in the Duke's mansion without time to use what I have learned. Theo said, if you have something you want to do, just tell me. I think you should do what you want instead of those bride classes. Iris thought, such sweet persuasion. If my time limit becomes clear, the engagement will naturally be cancelled, and then I would have to leave the Duke and live on my own. It's a great experience to try a different job in the capital, even to prepare for the future. Besides, Theo said he would support me. Even though it's sweet, it's a dream I can't fulfill. Iris replied, "You are happy about my achievements, and that's enough for me. If I want to become a duchess, I still have a lot to learn, so I don't have much time." Theo stated, "All right, I have intruded unnecessarily again." Iris thought, "I am very happy and grateful that you think of me. I also think I should follow Theo's advice, but I don't know if I'll be the only one getting scolded. I can't let Theo get the Duke's anger either." Suddenly, Iris was shocked. Mia had also come. Mia asked, "I have been looking for you for a long time. Why are you here? Come on. Graduation should be celebrated with family and congratulations." Iris thought, "Family? Why does she call herself family?" Then she asked, "Theo?" But Theo replied, "See you next time." Iris thought, on a day like this, he left me to go with Mia. As expected, the relationship between them is that of lovers. He didn't even tell me the truth. If he understood the girl he loved, I would be happy too. Suddenly, she wondered, could it be Theo? "Have you returned?" Erwin came and said, "Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop." Iris replied, "Nice to meet you." Erwin said, "Just speak comfortably, we are in the same class, so why use honorifics?" Iris thought, if we were at the academy, I would speak casually, but today is graduation day. First of all, I am not a student of the school. I have to consider our social status and act politely. Erwin said, "You are the top student, but you simply like to study. This is the true meaning of academic exploration." Iris thought, I am not used to such compliments after living for so long in the Duke's household. After some chat, Erwin said, "Seriously, it's so embarrassing. Theo also regrets your abilities, so he advised you like that. By the way, how about taking the civil service exam? The professor would be very happy if you stayed as a teaching assistant at the academy." Iris replied, "The Duke is expecting me to return to the territory as soon as possible. I don't want to trouble Theo." Then she thought, no matter what I do, I have to take responsibility. I can't cause trouble for Theo. Erwin asked, "Anyway, it's an engagement without love, so you don't need to consider Theo's position." Iris thought, without love, forced. Did Theo say that? Erwin replied, "No, there's nothing to talk about, I swear to heaven. It's just that there are many political marriages among the nobility." Iris responded, "That's right. I also like going back to the castle, so I hope you won't talk about me anymore." Erwin replied, "Wait, I'm sorry. I was really rude today. I want to apologize to you. There's no need for forgiveness either. I just hope you feel better. I'm sorry that today is graduation day, and indeed I said some careless words." Iris thought, he may have said something very hurtful, but he doesn't really seem like a bad person, and then said, "All right. Lift your head up." Erwin asked, "You forgive me?" Iris thought, his mood changes so fast, I can't keep up. Maybe he's from the south. That's why he's so warm, and then they started chatting. Next scene, Iris thought, in the end, Theo and Mia went somewhere and didn't come back. They didn't leave any word for the carriage driver either. I will have to get used to this in the future. We cannot become a passionate, loving couple, but I think we can become a mutually respectful couple. After some time at the palace, the butler asked, "Why did you come alone to the graduation ceremony?" "And where is the Duke?" Iris replied, "Theo went out to eat with a friend." The butler asked, "Who is this friend? Is it a female friend? Is she a friend from the academy or someone else?" Iris replied, "Is congratulating someone on their graduation that important? And if such a small matter is so important, then why don't you hurry and chase after Theo?" The butler stated, "You are quite composed. You have graduated. You are not a child anymore. I don't know what rumors might arise if he is with an unmarried lady. Why don't you stop it?" Iris thought, where and how exactly am I supposed to stop Theo? Then she said, "I am tired, so I will leave now." She thought, maybe running away like this would be better, but I can't run away if the Duke keeps staring at me. But my only option is to run away, otherwise, I will just tell the Duke that I have a terminal illness. But what is the difference if I say that? For whose sake am I hesitating and pondering this? I will die anyway. After some time, the maids came and said, "Congratulations on successfully graduating. This is a present from us for your graduation. We came here to congratulate you. It seems like you have to return to the Duke's mansion tomorrow." Iris thought, this cake is probably to commemorate the separation. Soon, I will return to the mansion of the old Duke. Then she replied, "Thank you all for everything." After that, Iris thought, the reason why I haven't made the decision to go away is because it's painful to disappoint everyone's expectations. Here, I had the chance to meet many people with precious hearts and unique characteristics. After that, she thought the number of times I can see the future is only 2. I can't give up now. I still can't confirm whether the story of having an incurable disease is true or not. In short, I should check its accuracy and prepare a plan. I hope I will see the future ahead. Suddenly, she thought, this place is a grassland. It does not look like Duke territory. A child came and said, "Mom," Iris thought, this child has grown so much already. The child said, "That guy just made it with me. He has something to give you." Erwin came and said, "Work slowly, otherwise you will trip." Iris thought, this man. Erwin asked, "Why do you look so surprised? Didn't you foresee this already? Marry me." Back at the academy, Mia thought, despite having a beauty like me by his side, he still maintains a cold attitude without even glancing at me. But in the end, he left that woman and came with me, which means Theo loves me more than her. Mia said, "I came here immediately when I heard that the Duke did not attend the graduation ceremony. It would be lonely at a banquet without any relatives." Theo asked, "Did you become my family?" Mia replied, "So can it be considered a present similar to family? You can confirm it any way you want." "Look at me. Lady Lana also praised me. Lady Lana herself chose this dress for me. I even considered attending the graduation ceremony on behalf of your mother." Theo asked, "Is my mother okay?" Mia replied, "Still the same," and thought, that woman from a poor background. Why hasn't she let go of her son yet? But she still has some use, a useful necklace that is capable of manipulating Theo. Then she said, "It seems she has been sick recently, but the Duke did not send a doctor. She is currently silently enduring. Isn't such behavior too much? I called the royal doctor from the capital. She is your mother." Then thought, I was to live far away from the city, so the only person who cares about Lana is me. That's why you should treat me well. Mia asked, "How is Iris? She seems seriously ill because her face always looks sad. It's not surprising that her body is gradually weakening." "Oh my God. Iris and Erwin are standing together. Are they that close?" Theo replied, "Let's go." Next scene. Theo thought, Iris will go down to the Duke's house tomorrow. Thinking back, Iris turned away without asking when I would return. I got angry because Iris did not listen to me. I should apologize first and explain my thoughts when I advised Iris like that. The butler asked, "You are here." The lady said she was tired and went upstairs. "Is there not someone else in your heart?" Theo replied, "Are you urging me to have someone else?" The butler spoke, "Not at all. I hope you and Iris will get married soon. The lady is a wonderful bride with no faults except for being shy." Theo asked, "Did you say that to Iris?" The butler responded, "I don't know what you are talking about." Theo thought, this person, whenever he gets the chance, tells Iris she must have children. Ever since I learned the truth about this nonsense, I have found every word from him annoying. I was too emotional earlier. Even if I am upset by what Iris said, I should not have turned my back on her like that. She is also under pressure from all sides with no other choice. The door was slightly open. She was in the room. The next moment, he was shocked. What has happened to her? What is going on? Then he said, "Call a doctor quickly." After some time, a maid spoke. "Young Duke, I will change the lady into more comfortable clothes." Theo thought, this necklace, she was holding it the last time she fainted too. The footsteps of time. It is said to predict the future. I wanted to grow up faster, even if it was just by one day. Even when the helpless mother was trapped in the large castle, I hated myself for not being able to do anything for her. But what is the difference? Even if I became an adult, nothing changes. But reality before my eyes showed me that even as an adult, my life would not change. Everything was according to his wishes. Even so, I want to prevent Iris from helplessly obeying those words. Now she has just passed the age of adulthood, but as the mistress of the large castle, she has to handle everything and bear children. In this situation, anyone would feel uneasy, so I want to extend the time for her so that Iris can do what she wants. Seeing her friends around her get married and have children, that unease will disappear. So I hesitated a lot. Because she refused right away, I unconsciously got angry. No way is easy. Just a large body, still unable to do anything. Will it be different in the future? The next day, Iris opened her eyes again. Iris thought, the first time I used magic, I only fainted for a few hours. This time, I fainted for an entire day. Even I was surprised. I wonder how long I will faint if I look into the third future. The second future I saw was really chaotic. Even after opening my eyes, I still felt heavy-hearted. The man who proposed to me was clearly Erwin. I don't have a terminal illness. Luckily, I don't have to part with my son. What on earth happened that I ended up with Erwin and received a proposal? Now, I don't know if this is really the future or if it was an illusion created by overlapping images. According to the test results, the doctor said there was nothing wrong. I have always thought something was strange. As expected, the terminal illness was a lie made up by Mia to drive me out of the duchy, a despicable lie. Now I only have one chance to see the future. I must think carefully before using it. Where is my necklace? A maid replied, Are you looking for this? The young duke kept it safe. If not, it would have disappeared without us knowing. Iris thought of Theo, then opened it and asked, What is wrong with this? How can this be? The maid replied, The mirror broke. A small mirror like this would not break unless it fell very hard. It's a big deal. Everyone was very surprised after you fainted. Even the young duke fell ill. Iris asked, Theo also got sick. Could it be that because I was sick, I could not see it? The maid replied, He is fine now, but lately, he has been locking himself in his room and not coming out. It seems he is busy with things he has to do later. After some time, Iris thought, It seems this is the first time I have seen him this week. Next to him is. So that's why there is a guest. In the end, there is only one certainty. That this marriage will be unhappy. I have not seen Theo's face in a while. That's right. Expecting anything from Theo is just my own ambition. Anyway, what to do with all these handkerchiefs? Would it be better to take them with me or just leave them here? It seems he only uses the new ones from Mia. The next moment, Theo came and asked, What are you thinking so intently about? Iris replied, Just the handkerchiefs. Why are you here? Why did you suddenly come? Theo asked, Did you think I would not come to see you off? Iris thought, To be honest, you would be walking in the garden with Mia today. After all, you are already being treated like a fiancé. Should I feel grateful or sad about this? She continued, I have been making handkerchiefs while I was in my room. Please use them while I am at the duchy, but if you don't need them, you don't have to use them. Then she thought, Theo probably doesn't like them anyway. Why did I make so many of these? Theo replied, Is that so? In that case, you can handle them as you see fit. I came because there's something I want to say to you. Even if we get married, I won't share a bed with you. Iris thought, That is. Of course, it's the duty of a married couple to do that. Wait a minute. Naturally, this proposal is not necessarily bad. Looking into the future, what I worry about most is the child. But if we don't share a bed, we can't have children. If there are no children, we can prevent more than half of the issues that might arise after we become a couple. Theo must have thought the same way, and that's why he made this proposal. If I were in Theo's position, having someone I love but not being able to overcome my grandfather's stubbornness, I would not want to sleep with the person I married either. What kind of person is the Duke? Even if our relationship did not produce children in a year, he would meticulously check to see if I could have children. But now that I know about that terrible future, compared to suffering under the Duke, what pains me the most is losing my child and being driven away. If that's the case, enduring the Duke's harassment is still better. Iris said, That is a good idea. The child issue needs to be handled carefully, Theo asked. Is that all? You have nothing else to say to me. Iris thought. Shouldn't he be happy if I agreed? Why does he look so angry? Then she said, you must have thought it through carefully, so I agree. Theo stated, if these were Grandpa's words, I would rather die. Did you also tell him about this like that? Iris asked. But isn't it better than nothing happening? Theo asked, nothing happened? Is it unfortunate to sleep with me? Iris replied, because I am not mentally prepared to become a mother. Does that mean having a mother like me would also be a misfortune for the baby? Theo asked. Are you saying I'm not good enough to be a father? Iris replied, why did you suddenly? You must be joking. You are a coward, speaking to me and blaming everything on me like that. Iris thought, what? Why? Mia said I can't have children because of her, but the one who really has to suffer and endure is me. Why does Theo seem more hurt than I am? Is there another reason I don't know? Theo spoke, it's really not your fault. It's just, I think my existence would mean nothing to you. Iris replied, no, not at all. Why would you think that? Then she thought, on the other hand, Theo is the one who didn't trust me and wasn't even honest about his relationship with Mia. Theo said, be careful when you go down, call me when you arrive, and be careful not to catch a cold. Iris replied, thank you. Take care of yourself too. I will go now. Iris thought, how strange, just standing in front of Theo makes my heart beat fast. Still, it's lucky that Theo said in advance that we'll have children in the future, because if there are no children, divorce or running away will be easier. The future might change a bit, but it won't change if I don't do anything. What a stupid thought. Don't just rely on Theo's promises. I need to hurry and come up with my own plan. Theo asked, why are you the only one saying those words to me? Everything fits you. You will have to try harder, they said. Why is it only you who doesn't have any expectations from me? Iris thought. His voice trembled as if he were trying to suppress his anxieties. This is the first time I have seen Theo so scared. The first time I met him was also quite like this. It seems he is holding back too much, never wanting to show his weakness like this. He is probably just as insecure as I am. Iris stated, you don't need to worry, you will definitely make it. If you don't believe me, then believe in yourself. Theo replied, it's really hard to believe. Iris asked, what are you talking about? According to Morphe, you are the calmest guy the first have ever known. Theo hugged her, then he spoke, tell me that everything will be okay, that we'll live happily together forever. Iris thought, I am not sure, but you will definitely be happy. If I hadn't lost the ability to see the future and felt powerless like now, I would have looked ahead to see what Theo's future holds. Theo continued, stay with me. Iris thought, is he waiting for my answer? Is he just joking? Or is it because he's feeling weak? Then she asked, those words aren't something others want to hear, are they? Theo replied, don't say such harsh things. Iris said, look forward to our wedding. After some time, Theo thought about the Morphe estate, the place where he first met Iris, where they were together throughout their childhood. I wonder if it's okay to let her return alone. In the past, the moment he touched Iris's necklace, an illusion appeared before his eyes. He asked, where is Iris? Mia replied, if you are looking for the lady, she has already run away. Why do you keep asking like a fool? Theo asked, Iris is a lady, so is the future right in front of me. Am I witnessing the future right now? Mia asked, where are you going? Even if you bring her back, she will just continue to run away, so letting her leave the duchy is better. Theo asked, why did Iris run away? Mia replied, she is afraid of being at the Morphe estate for the rest of her life. Just hearing that is enough to understand. That woman has a terminal illness. Theo thought, Iris is suffering from an incurable disease, Mia said, because of your direct involvement. She has an incurable disease, it's all because of you. If it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for the son the royal family wanted for so long, she wouldn't have suffered with a weak body to give birth. Theo thought, because of me, Iris's body was already destroyed when she gave birth. If I had known that she would die for the child in the future, I wouldn't have behaved so firmly. It doesn't matter whether Iris knew about the horrible future or not. In the next scene, in the carriage, Iris thought, if only I could see the future one more time, I could know more about something. For now, I have only a few clues: the abnormal relationship between Theo and Mia, and the fact that, even though it's said to be an incurable disease, I don't really have it. The later issue would cause a breakup between Theo and me. Since there was a breakup, Erwin had proposed. But that's all. I'm not even close to Erwin. How did it turn into this kind of relationship? I can no longer meet the child who looked like Theo, the one I saw in my illusion. What a strange thing. Rather than thinking about giving birth, I've only met him twice. Just the thought of never meeting that child again makes me feel heavy. After that, the old Duke said, "So you have come." Iris thought, the Duke is getting old now. Theo and I have changed a lot during our time at the capital. We are clearly living in the same time, but the Duke's time seems to be passing too fast. Perhaps that's just the nature of time. Iris asked, "You seem so thin. Is your health okay?" The Duke replied, "It's not a problem. It's just that I haven't eaten well this winter, so I lost a bit of weight." Iris asked, "Did you drink the tea? It's still there. It's been a long time since I cooked for you. Let's share our stories together." The Duke replied, "Even though it's not you, there are still other people who can get it, so no need to bother." Then the Duke stated, "Now, this face has become a suitable face for my royal family." Iris replied, "Thank you," and thought, I can't even imagine hearing these words from the Duke. The Duke continued, "The day after tomorrow, an artist will come to paint the portrait. Therefore, you should take rest so that your face will be brighter." Iris asked, "My portrait?" Then she thought, suddenly, he commissioned a portrait of myself. It means he finally acknowledged me. But anyway, if the old Duke passes the title to me, Theo will still kick me out and marry Mia instead. Then the portrait will become a discarded relic. Then she said, "I think it's best to wait a while for the drawing. It's better to draw it after giving birth. People say that if you have a child, your face will change significantly." The Duke stated, "You have also matured. Why would you say such superficial things to me? If you have a child, just draw whatever you look like when you give birth. It's best if you just keep quiet now and follow my instructions." Iris replied, "Yes." After that, she thought, whenever someone talks and conceals their heart like a duke, there is another person I know who does the same. Why does he whisper like this to me? Even though I am not the woman he loves, does it mean Theo needs me? If he really spoke to me, it seems even more cruel to hear it. I don't want to paint a portrait because I don't want to leave anything behind for Theo. Maids told her, the Duke maintains the room exactly as it was before the lady went to the academy. The Duke said, "Having dinner here tonight is fine. Please rest." Iris thought, of course. I understand why only 2 people would dine in such a grand dining hall with the Duke. Is the Duke thinking about me and wanting to see me? Don't get too excited. Iris said, "Now I have somewhere to go. I will go to Mrs. Lana's place." The maid said, "I don't think this is a good idea." Iris thought, just look at her reaction, and you will know how Mrs. Lana is treated. During my stay here, I also have to take care of her. Why is there so much dust here? But there are also many weeds at the entrance to the villa. Then she asked, "Who is responsible for taking care of this place?" The maid replied, "The master has ordered it, so now I know there is no servant." Iris thought, if there is no servant in charge, how do we deal with laundry and meals in this remote place? Iris said, "Mrs. Lana, it's me," and then thought, it is so cold. How can anyone live in a place like this? Lana said, "Hello, Iris." "It must be you," Iris replied. "Yes, it is me." The next moment, she was shocked. Lana said, "Hurry, get inside." Iris stated, "Bring warm water and new blankets here, and don't say a word about why I am doing this." After some time, Lana said, "You have become a gorgeous woman. I knew you were beautiful, but I never expected you to be even more beautiful than I imagined." Iris replied, "Thank you," and thought, The only person who is worthy of praise for beauty in this magnificent mansion is Madame Lana. I think I should call a doctor. Then she asked, have you taken your medicine yet? Your hand is as cold as ice. Lana replied, what is the point in taking the medicine? There is nothing more precious than living a life that can last longer. The maid told her, 3 months ago, when the master ordered a doctor to come, Madame had the same reaction, which made the master angry. That is the reason why he does not allow any servants to come here. Iris thought, what is the point in living? Those words have touched the Duke's painful sorrow, who had lost his dear son, but that's not really true. You can't just abandon a sick person. After that, Iris made soup for her, and then she thought, is there anything in this world that can make Madame's long-lasting worries disappear? Then she said, Theo would be heartbroken to hear his mother is unwell. Lana asked, really, and then thought, Theo is the reason why I kept fighting to win my chance at life. Iris asked, you will go to our wedding, right? Lana replied, of course. Such a pretty child, no matter whose appearance they might take after, will definitely be adorable. The child's name has already been decided. What do you think about the name Adele? It sounds suitable for both a girl and a boy. Iris thought, it is a great name, a name that expresses serenity. If I can't change the future, then a child will be named Adele. It's useless for me to place hope on a child whom Theo does not even want. After that, even holding a pen was not possible. Madame Lana could write only about 3 to 4 lines in a letter before needing to rest. Madame asked, if I accidentally overslept, where would you be then? Or are you going to go back to the city again? Please stay by my side like this. Iris replied, I will be right here, don't worry. Then she thought, Madame's health is not good. I am worried that Theo's mind would be troubled, but he has the right to know about this. Madame Lana's health is not really good right now. I will do my best within my power, so please don't worry, I will always be with you. On the other hand, Erwin's mother said, there is a small girl from the countryside living in another building, and she is being kicked out, Mia Marvin. She is the most idiotic girl I have ever seen. Erwin replied, okay. Then he thought, like a thread being unraveled, soft, curly pink hair, pale blue eyes, long lashes, rosy cheeks, are my thoughts increasing. In the next scene, Mia thought, I know she treats me well because she has ulterior motives. The more I think about it, the lessons. It's just too much. Erwin's mother is a nasty woman. No matter how angry I get, she even ordered the servants to throw all my luggage outside like garbage, but I have somewhere to go. What, you can't open the door? The butler replied, yes. The owner instructed me not to allow Mrs. Craven into the mansion from now on. Mia thought, what is happening? What does he mean? There is no way Theo would do such a thing. You said I could not enter the mansion, yet I could still do so normally yesterday. The butler replied, young master is the one to be conferred soon, so you should not address him so liberally. Mia shouted, I am the only person Theo depends on and trusts the most, but you, a butler, think you have the right to order me around like that? The butler replied, this is the most reasonable distance between the both of you. I feel so fortunate to see that the young master has finally made the right decision. I hope I won't have any further business with you again. Mia shouted, you're going to regret treating me so rudely. You think Theo will let you get away with this if he knows something about it? The butler replied, young master is the one who ordered me to dismiss you. He even said that you should not return here anymore. I hope you understand that no matter how many times you come back, we won't welcome you with open arms. Mia thought, this is beyond words. If this keeps up, I'll be ditched outside along with my stuff. There is definitely someone taking care of Madame Lana, and there is only one person worthy of that. It should be Iris. In the next scene, Iris asked, how are you feeling today? Madam, Lana replied, I am doing quite well. Iris thought, Madame's condition seems to be better than before. Most importantly, you have become healthier. Naturally, your illness will weaken after absorbing too much dust in the cave. Lana asked, you would still spend your precious free time with someone like me? Iris replied, Not at all, madam. I like you, so I'm willing to stay with you, madam said. It's nice that Theo has met a kind lady like you. Iris thought, but marrying me probably won't bring any happiness to Theo at all. It's meaningless. Although she treats me kindly, madam is still Theo's mother. She wants Theo to be happy above all, and it won't take long for that. If Theo becomes a duke, then I just need to get what I was after, madam said. I am also troubling all of you. Why does my life still last so long like this? Iris replied, please don't say that. Theo would be sad upon hearing this. After that, the maids chatted. I know that she is a good person. But what did she find in the Duke that was so likable that she would run away from home to chase after him? Seriously, these people, does love really need a reason? Iris thought, love. Like this video. Hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.